to my video on how to speed up Windows just a little bit faster. In some cases you might only notice it in microseconds, in some cases it might knock 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So what we'll do is we'll start with first things first. Your desktop. If you've got an high-res photo on, this will kill load up time by half a millisecond. And believe me, these half a milliseconds, they add up. So just a standard picture, nothing too high. I'm just using the default one. Next thing is icons. You don't want icons all over your desktop like this. It's messy, adds more time to your computer loading into Windows, and there's a chance that if someone gets on your computer they can accidentally delete that important folder with all your pictures and videos. It's a good idea to keep the desktop clean with a minimum of 5 to 10 icons. It'll load up a lot faster and sweeter. But there is some people out there that like shortcuts to their applications. In the description I will link a guide on how to add this quick launch bar at the bottom, leaving your programs at the bottom. It's a lot more effective. You do one click instead of one click and it's instant on compared to your double click, and that's called quick launch. Now if you noticed, I don't have too many programs loading up on the right, but I've got obviously important ones, IQ for my headphones and water cooling fan speed. Obviously Windows Defender and Steam because I'm logged into Steam currently. I've got the GPU temperature, MSI Afterburner controlling my GPU fan. Razer Synaptics because I need to program a button, otherwise I won't have that up. And obviously OBS to record it, and Discord. And then my CPU temperature. And then NVIDIA GeForce, which I've got the shield and everything disabled. I just have it on now and again to check for updates, and of course they've got an update. So let's move on to the second step. Right mouse this PC, click properties, click advanced system settings, and then system properties will pop up. So take it to advanced tab, click settings, and this will pop up. Now ideally you want to click on adjust for best performance, but I've got it on a custom one which shows smoothing of edge fonts and show Windows contents while dragging. In other words, crap. I'll just put it on best performance. This will give you an extra 4 microseconds to everything happening. And then you want to close that, go to your start button and remove any tiles that you don't need running. For instance, what's the one? Apps, I don't need it, so right mouse, go to more, click turn live tile off, I'll disable it and then unpin it. This will make your start menu load a hell of a lot faster. Then just pin important stuff like control panel, add remove programs, whatever, and other stuff you need. On the third step, go to settings and go to system. Then go down to notifications, and as you can see there's add remove for quick notifications on the right, which are these, and click add remove and disable the ones you're never ever going to use. Now once you've done that, you can then go to power and sleep, additional power settings, and change your plan to high performance, or just change your settings from never sleep. Go down here to processor power management, make sure your cooling policy is active, this way it'll run as fast as it can. And then once that's done, tablet mode you can turn off, you don't need that, multitasking. Turn these off unless you like the windows snapping. I've got 2 screens so that annoys me to hell, so I turn that off. Red experience you can turn off. Right, let's go back to the beginning. And now you want apps. Sorry, not apps. You want startup. Go in startup. Go, but we don't want that loading up. We don't want that loading up. I don't know why that's there. I installed it to test it. We don't want Discord loading up. I do need my Razer loading up and my audio. I obviously need Windows Defender loading up. And if there's anything there you don't like Windows Google Drive Sync or Windows, what is it, the cloud one, OneDrive, disable it. And then that's that. And then you want to go to privacy. Right, start with privacy. So turn the top one off, and then off if you want. And then go to speech, ink typing, nothing on that. Turn that off. Active history, untick the top two boxes. Location. You can turn the location off if you want, but you won't be able to sync your weather, which I like, so you can turn that off. You will lose your time and date sometimes. And the cam. So you can turn the camera off if you never use it, but I do use it, so I've got one. So I've got one app turned on, and the rest are turned off. Microphone. Untick all your apps that you're not going to use your microphone for. I've turned it off for everything because I don't use Skype or anything like that. Notifications. I leave that on. Account info. Leave all that, but turn these off. Contacts. Turn this off because obviously I don't want them. Calendar. I turn off as well. All history. Turn that off because I don't make no calls. Where were we? Emails, I turn that off because I have my own email getter thing. Mozilla Thunderbird. Tasks, I turn on. Why don't I leave it on for? No idea. Radios is just for Bluetooth, so if you're not using Bluetooth, just turn it off. Other devices, I turn off. Background apps, I leave on because I need obviously settings, weather, and Windows Defender. Everything else you want off unless you use it. Just background, automatic file download. There's nothing. Documents, I leave on but turn these off. And I leave Windows Defender on so it can scan my documents, obviously. Pictures, the same. Everything on. Well, Windows Defender I done. That's disappeared. Videos off. File system. I just leave that on normal. And let's have a look. Secure days. Always make sure it's up to date. Personalization. Themes. This is where you can add my computer or this computer to the desktop. Start menu, I turn some of the stuff off, so it loads up faster. Taskbar, I turn the top 3 off. And this is where you can choose to see all the programs that load up bottom right and what you want to see. I leave that on so I can see everything because I hate that stupid arrow. Then people ask me about cleaning software. My recommendation from being on the internet since 2002 through XP to Windows 7 to Windows 10, don't waste your time with it. Especially the CCC cleaner, don't bother. If it accidentally deletes a register that your computer needs, you'll get blue screen of death and you'll lose everything. I just wouldn't bother. If it's got to that bad of a point where you need to install that software, I would just reinstall Windows. there'll be plenty of people saying they've used it before and had no problems. That's probably because they had no problems in the first place. But if you do want to clean it up, that's an easy solution. Right mouse on your drive you want to clean, properties, disk clean. And as you can see there's only 131 meg. But if you want to clean system files up with this box, and it will find you any Windows 10 install folders. See, it's gone up 10 meg now. Make sure that all are ticked and click OK. Now I'm not going to bother because it's only 145 meg. And that is the easiest way to speed up Windows 10.